Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we're going to talk about surveys, and specifically in this video, we're going to talk about surveys with conditional logic. Now, you might be asking, what is conditional logic? Well, conditional logic means we have a multiple choice question in our survey, and based on which answer you give, that's going to take you down a different follow-up question and maybe subsequent questions. Okay, so let's hop into it and it'll make more sense to you as we go. So as you can see, I'm here in the marketing tab on the left column and I'm under survey builder. What we want to do is create a new survey up there in the top right. Now, first things first, in order for conditional logic to work, we need to go to options up here in the top right. And if we scroll down to survey field settings, one question at a time, just make sure that this is turned off. Okay, if it is turned on, conditional logic will not work. Okay, so let's go back to fields and let's just build out a sample survey here. So the first thing we want to drop in is our text, and we will to edit the text, we'll have to do it over here on the right. And let's say test survey. And then when you click off of it, it'll actually populate there. And, on the first slide, probably most popular, you'll have their name, probably their phone number and their email, right? And then on the next slide, okay, we just click that white button that was there underneath the first slide. We'll bring you another slide. Here, we can come into custom fields, and we can actually create a new custom field if we need to create something new. Now, there are only 3 custom fields that work with conditional logic. Those 3 being single options, the checkbox, and the radio. Now, these are just 3 different ways of doing the same thing. You'll find out by doing it that it's just different styles of reaching the same outcome, okay? So we'll select, for now, we'll just select the radio. And so we're going to, just name our field, test 1. And if we come down here to our possible values, we can put in our answers, our multiple choice answers here. So, let's just say we're asking somebody if they want to move to the city or to the we'll add another option to the suburbs, or to the farms. Okay, so we're just gonna make something up here. So now it's important to understand, allow custom values right here. If you turn this on, it will not work with conditional logic. Okay, but for educational purposes, what this does is it allows the lead to type in a custom response that perhaps isn't listed above. Okay, so let's turn that off and let's hit save. Okay, so now we have to find our custom field in here, test 1. There it is. And so we'll just drag this into slide number 2. Okay, now it's important to understand that in order for conditional logic to work, you can only have one conditional question on a slide. Okay, only one per slide. If you add a second question, conditional logic will not work. Okay, now in order to edit these, we're going to click on this custom field here, and if you look over to the right, you can see our logic options gives us where do we want to send them to based on which answer they give us. Okay, so we don't have those next slides right now, so let's create them. Okay, so slide 3 will be for the city. So let me come to standard, and we'll put in a text right here we'll name this one city. Let's make number 4, add a text, and we'll name this the burbs. Let's go to number 5 and add a text, and this one's farms. Okay, So now we come back to our second slide with our conditional question. And okay, if they answer city, now I can say, okay, if they answer with city, then I want to send them to slide number 3, which is going to be our city question. Okay, same thing for if they answer suburbs, I want to send them to slide number 4. Same thing for the farms, I want to send them to slide number 5, the corresponding slide for that answer. Right now, once they click on city, for example, they'll come to this slide. Okay, and you'll have questions on this slide. Maybe I don't know, we can make a new, we would come down here, add a custom field. We'll just do a radio one again, city test, and we can say, do you want a view? Do you want the penthouse? Whatever it is, right? You can come in here and make that one, and you'll put it in that slide right there. Okay, and then obviously you can have a conditional logic turn into or feed into another conditional logic question, and you can obviously spread that tree as far as you want those roots to go. But this is just the basics. I think that should give you a pretty good understanding of how this works. I didn't want to take too much of your time in this video, but if you have questions, make sure go and search for the answer. There are more videos out there at help.attractroi.com. And if you can't find your answer there, feel free to reach out to us at support@attractroi.com, and we'll be happy to take a deeper look. All right, see you guys next time. Ciao.